All right, I guess we gotta start unbuckling its pants.
Okay. Snow attempts to drop its trowel. It's a granite statue. It doesn't work.
Well, time to kill the horses.
I was going to say, who's going to be the
I'm not
sacrifice?
eating waffles. Probably gonna end up with the black lung.
For you to keep this, you must give it.
You must first give it.
First.
The only option now is blood sacrifice.
From this open tomb over here, is there anything discernibly missing, other than the lid?
Well, the lid is missing, and it's quite obvious that the lid is not only missing from the sarcophagus; it's missing from the room. It's not shattered on the ground next to it; it is gone. The skeleton is a human skeleton. You looked at it before. He's wearing a kind of a fine vestment, dark brown in color.
Is there anything on the skeleton next
fine
to it
linen,
that could have been
leather
inside this?
edges. What would you say?
Is there anything on the corpse on the ground next to it that looks like it could have been in the sarcophagus?
There is no items on the skeleton next to it. It is just a skeleton surrounded by mold and covered in tattered clothing.
All right, Ben, I got a check for you. I'm gonna make an investigation check on the statue again, but this time I'm gonna be looking for maybe like a slot or something for me to stick that gold coin I picked up earlier into.
Be my guest.
So I.
All right. So
you already did.
You stick the coin in its mouth. So you clamber up onto the dais and start feeling all over the statue, kind of clambering up to reaching behind his head at that, and you can't find an opening.
For its head's like some demented piggy bank.
Yeah, like right in the back.
I don't know. I mean, I found something to give it.
Don't make fun of him. That was a perfectly valid investigation check from Snow.
Like I thought I thought I was onto something. I was like, I found a gold coin. We gotta give it something. Damn it! And I wasted a fucking nat 20 on that too.
All right, guys. What do you do?
I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry.
All right. So remove a ration from your personal belongings. You eat and you feel better. Go ahead and I'm gonna say, because you were fucking starving, heal yourself like 1d8.
One. Ah, damn it.
All right. You feel wonderful after having a full meal. You're energized. You feel ready to tackle the world and everything that's before you.
Well, thank you. Snow does remember randomly that it is her birthday today, and so she's like,
Oh yeah, chat. If you don't know, today is also Ben's birthday, so happy birthday to both Snow and Ben on this fine, very fucking cold day. For everyone that's not Ben.
Yeah, it's 80 here. All right, guys. What do you do?
I want to. What do I have?
did we investigate the parchment on the table?
No.
Well, who wants to take the investigation on the parchment?
Oh my god, it's negative 13 degrees outside.
All right. Well, because it's just a piece of paper laying on a stone table, you don't need to roll to see what it is. It is a long sheaf of very old parchment. It's not paper like you're used to. It is clearly hammered together like leaves. It is very old, very fine quality, and there's very faded writing on it. Very small, in script, close together. And in that same kind of partway between old and modern common, Midge, you can tell that it is a list of names, and it is a list, and next to there's another column, and it is a list of items. Going over the list, you can see things like what you can discern as a bushel of apples.
You're muted.
You know, a number of coins. You see that a lot of times on the list, like X amount of.
Okay.
So list of names and list of items next. Back of grain. All just items.
So this like small brazier
Mhm.
here with the coals and stuff in it. Is that is there anything in there that I can like grab onto it and not burn myself and transport it?
The brazier is stone and on a stone pedestal, and it's one piece. So for you to lift it, it would be several hundred pounds to move the brazier alone.
Well, no, I meant the coals and stuff inside.
The coals are loose coals in the brazier.
Okay. Does anybody have anything that we can use to like pick and scoop these things up with at all? I want to throw them into those other basins in the next room.
I have a
See if
shovel.
we can light those up. That would work. Why do you have a shovel?
I actually have an iron pot.
Because he's like our version of Kettleman.
Okay.
No,
Well, somebody,
it was a huge joke because we didn't have a shovel in Only War.
Yeah.
'cause I don't have any torches because I have my little light spell that I can just cast.
Yeah,
So
like
if we
I said,
can pick up some of these
Be careful
coals.
with your moving because you're just clipping right through walls.
like I said, I have an iron pot. You got a shovel. Let's shovel the coals into my iron pot.
Then when we use those to light those other basins, because I think they might have
Yeah.
oil in them or something.
Okay.
We've got a tinder box as well, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could use this here instead of having to use our tinder boxes.
Shovel them in, Kivara.
Shovel. Kavar grabs her shovel and starts digging away at the coal.
Just has an e-tool, just like whips it out.
Why does that fold? I've never seen a shovel that folds. Okay, well, I guess now my, unless you're gonna make it do a check.
No, I'm not going to make you do a check for shoveling coals.
I like to take my full
So you
pot of
take-
coals, and I'm gonna
Then we throw in the boiler. How fast are we going now in the train?
All
throw
right,
them
so
into this
you,
other basin.
You take a shovel full of coals and carefully walk over and you lift it up and dump them in the basin. And I mean, there's a slight glow coming from the basin, but nothing happens.
Okay. Before I put more in the other basin, I will like to quickly check this basin because I don't trust Bob.
Okay. You can make perception for
question.
looking. Roach, yes.
Question, Ben. If you go looking at my character sheet, can you see my spells at all?
Cantrip, firebolt, minor illusion.
There should be 4 spells in cantrips, 3 first level and 1 second level. Do you see them at all?
All I see is firebolt and minor illusion in your spell page.
What the hell?
Did it not save? Did you not hit enter when you went?
No, it saved. In fact, if I click the cogwheel to open up the empty spaces, it's all filled out.
Acid splash. Yeah, that's weird. It just doesn't. Oh, so they're in there. They're just not appearing on the raw page. Okay, you just have to open the cogwheel and click it. Then should work still. Roach, did you get what I sent you on Discord?
Yeah. I'm looking at stuff. That's why I opened it. Keep going.
All right. Well, I like to look inside this. Oh fuck.
You look inside and you see dirt.
Gilio. Same procedure. Put some coals into that.
All right, so you travel back. You get another scoop full of coals. You dump it in the brazier, and there's slight glow from the coals emanating from the brazier, but nothing happens.
Damn it! I was hoping we would hear the. And then you hear stone moving to the side. Hmm. All right. I'll have to make a. Well.
The only
Yeah,
thing I
yeah,
got
what-
is that there's a wall at the end of the corridor that looks like it's been newly constructed. That maybe we could bash it down or something.
Give it a go.
Yeah, that's a great idea. All right. Kivara, how's your shoulder?
It's okay. I feel a little bit hurting, but it's okay.
All right. Well, let's use the other one.
All right, we'll use the left soldier this time.
All
Where do
right,
you need
so
me to hit?
Down here.
Kavara, you're going to hurl yourself into a brick wall.
How about like we hit it with something?
You just
That's
shoulder
not a
check that
dragon.
wall.
Yes, anybody got a hammer? You know,
Can you
I'll
like
take a
shield
hammer.
barge it?
Yeah, use your shield.
Wouldn't that be better than your shoulder?
Okay, I'll use the shield to brace the impact.
Okay. Give me a strength with advantage.
16.
Okay, so you kind of take a couple steps back. You put your a lot of your encumbrances down. You put down your weapon. You just kind of take your shield up, put your other arm behind it, and you rush at the wall at full speed. And right before impact, you duck behind your shield. You slam into the wall. There's a deafening crash, and one large boulder shifts back maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches, and some of the mortar around it starts to crumble. But the wall's intact.
Again!
Okay.
We are sieging this wall!
Again?
Our Dragonborn siege weapon.
All right, do it again.
We must take down this wall! And-
Here. How about I use you as a shield instead?
well, you see here, I'm flesh. Flesh doesn't make
Yeah.
it as good of a target.
No,
Okay.
but that wall makes a nice fine canvas, doesn't it? 17.
Okay, so you do the same procedure again. You step back, brace yourself behind your shield, run at the door. You smash into the exact same wall door, smash into the exact same brick, and it shifts back another like 8 inches, and then teeters over and falls down.
On the other side are a bunch of Germans.
Well,
Saving Private Ryan.
No, there's not a bunch of Germans on the other side, but there is. You can hear wind, and you can see darkness outside. You can see outside.
Aha! Good job, Kawahara.
So we're in a building and we're not underground. Good.
Well, I say we just keep doing it.
It's already down.
Well,
I don't
one of
need
them,
it.
right?
At this point, I mean, you've dislodged a boulder large enough to stick your head through. It is clearly a very thick wall. I mean, the individual brick you knocked out was quite deep, so it was clearly built to last. But at this point, you've dislodged a cornerstone, like a cornerstone of it, and weakened the structure. So at this point, just a little bit of time and muscle, and you guys can knock out a couple bricks. You don't need to do any more checks anymore, but you can widen it large enough through just a little bit of action.
All right, I'm gonna stay
Why
here
not?
and start kicking bricks out then.
Yeah,
Okay,
why
so-
not to get our horses through? Hopefully.
All right. So you guys are doing that. Is that the only thing you're doing right now, or is anybody else investigating anything else?
I'm just having a final check around the building.
You're just having a final check. Are you looking at anything specific?
Not at the moment, but I'm not a strong character, so there's really no point in me helping with the wall.
Okay. So you guys are working on that. Midge, is there anything you specifically want to do in the room? You're looking around. You see all 12 bas reliefs. Each knight, which is the same knight, like I said before, as the one on the sarcophagus below it, fighting a different type of creature, an orc, a hobgoblin. Some of them you don't recognize. A weird, a squid 7 feet tall. An ogre, a troll, a zombie, a
Person that
skeleton.
actually
Each one
killed
is
Cthulhu.
fighting a different type of item. There's the large statue in the middle. There's the ladder of Borkvarrd GodSlayer.
Do any of the names match those on the parchment?
No, they
On the
do not.
sarcophagus?
You have time. You let's say you pick up it's a very fine piece of parchment, so it doesn't crumble when you pick it up. You take it with you, and you take the time to look at the names and look at the names chiseled into the tombs, and none of them match.
You try to see if you can squeeze yourself behind the statue and try pushing it with your legs against the wall. From against the wall.
Sooner or later, it's got to work.
He crits natural 20. He
Well, it's what-
obviously is the
I
strongest
could do
bard
some
there
magic
is.
to try and push it.
Well, the only thing that's stopping it is basically the statues in the way of the door, apparently. It's only
If there's
18
definitely a door
inches.
there.
Well, it's the statue's standing in front of what you discern as a hollow space. There's 18 inches there. Kavar, you couldn't fit behind the statue, but pretty much any of the other characters could jimmy their way back there. But there's still a stone wall there. You haven't figured out how to do anything with that sectional wall.
Okay.
Should we tie?
So,
hold
You're
on.
looking-
I'm
you're
just
looking-
gonna-
you're looking around. You look back at the inscription. For you to keep this, you must first give it to me.
To me. Oh.
Yes, and that is what is inscribed on the dais of the statue. I mean, it's
Snow,
not just
can I...
this statue doesn't have a name. It just has those words curled around the dais.
Snow? I'm calling out. Snow!
Alex,
Can I have
You hear
that
the-
coin?
hear it echo.
what are you talking about? There is no coin.
Oh shit, I don't know about it, do I?
None of you know he took the coin. He pocketed it before any of you saw.
Okay.
And it's
then-
not like he was poking the statue with the coin when he was feeling it up. He was looking. He was just investigating.
For you to keep this, you must give it to me.
That's what I felt like too, Midge. But I didn't find anything with nat 20 on that. So
I'm gonna take some of my copper and I'm gonna take 10 copper pieces and put it in this open sarcophagus.
Okay, you reach into your your little burlap sack with a $sign on it, grab a couple coins, and what do? You just toss them in there. You put
I'll
them
put
in.
them down gently. I'll be a
You-
little bit
you
respectful.
over the side.
He just chucks him at the face of the skeleton.
You put them down. You put them down in there, and there's now a stack of 10 copper coins in the sarcophagus, but nothing happens.
Okay, I'll pick them back up.
I do want to do one more thing. Actually.
Grasp your hand.
So I head back into the sarcophagus room, and I actually want to check the lids on all the other ones and see if I can't make them budge open.
Okay,
God.
you can try.
Okay, I'd like to start off with this one right here. That
Why
I'm
are you
standing
desecrating the
closest to.
dead?
Just do a strength test.
Well, it's not. It's a bit par for course for what you guys have already done.
Yeah. It doesn't budge.
Julia. My bright idea is.
So
is
you
go.
put your demon shoulder into it and heave, and
whoops.
nothing happens.
I was shouldering it. I was.
So it says, for you to keep this, you must first give it to me. What do you think they could mean, Snow?
I don't know. I mean, keep it. What do we want to keep? I mean, this is kind of a piece of shit little place, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that. It had some historical significance, at least. And
Well, I mean, yeah, but there's nothing valuable here. Let's talk about our life.
exactly.
While you guys are doing this, Kavara, you loosen up a couple stones and shove them out. There's now a wide enough gap for a normal-sized humanoid to push through.
Well, his nose is bleeding. Be right back.
But I didn't know this. Yeah, I'm gonna actually going off of that. I will also go over here and give the ladder a nice little, like a little, see if it really is like fucking firmly in that wall.
You pull on it, and it doesn't budge. It just kind of goes, it kind of bounces a little because there's about 6 feet of it sticking out. So it just kind of does this, but it's firmly implanted.
Well, I will real quickly. I will out of my bag of coin. I'm going to grab 2 silver pieces. Then I'm going to put it on each end of the rungs.
Are they for the boatman?
Yeah.
Okay. This was okay. I'm gonna try kneeling in front of the statue.
All right. So you kneel down in front of the statue. Nothing happens, but you feel better. You can't place it, but you feel good. Just kind of like warm inside.
Oh. Okay.
You want to try disemboweling yourself in front of it?
I mean,
I'm telling you, blood sacrifice.
I'm having a real weird problem where I'm not getting video from Ben or Bob.
I feel strangely better.
As soon as you stand up and leave, you feel thirsty, hungry, and shitty again.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
We must worship it.
Okay. I'm gonna kneel in front of it.
All right, the feeling returns.
And I'm gonna say. Oh no!
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say.
Kalibar struck
Just
today.
pick your words carefully, because anything that comes out of your mouth, your character
I know,
says.
that's one.
Well, he's thinking of something to say. Even though I ate, do I notice the same effect?
What are you kneeling next to Artlox? Yes, you did.
Well,
You just feel good. You don't feel hungry. You don't feel thirsty. I mean, you don't feel hungry or thirsty because you're the only one who ate. But you just kind of feel there's an inner warmth. You feel like you could see better in the dark. You might be a psychosomatic thing, but you just feel good.
well, I have an idea.
What does it sound?
Artlux.
Yeah.
Let's bring a fire right up next to this, and then let's put down food and water in front of it.
I got an idea. Let's burn it.
Oh no!
That's like this group's denouement. Just like what do we do?
No,
Burn it down.
It's
burn
been
it.
our thing since Only War. We had 2 flamethrowers, one built into
No,
the...
I don't got any video from you. Did you turn off your camera?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm having a problem where I can only see Midge right now.
All right,
Oh.
so there's I see everybody except for you. So,
I see
okay,
everyone but
continue.
Kavara, but Kavara's having a
He
nosebleed.
turned his camera off.
I'm
Okay.
refreshing again.
You two are kneeling down in front. Kavara's, loudly bashing away at the stones, dislodging small stones, medium stones. Chipping away at the mortar with the iron edge of her shield, just trying to widen it large enough for not just a human but also a horse to pass through.
I ask the statue what we must do. See if I get a reply.
So
Just go up to the statue. Just go up to the statue and go, the fuck?
Why don't you
So
move, bruh?
what- Exactly what do you say? Verbatim.
Down to the syllable, Midge.
What must we give you?
Okay, so you're kneeling down in front of the statue, and you hear a voice, but only in your head. It's not coming through your ears. It's in your mind, and nobody else can hear it. It just says, "Swear."
Say that again?
Swear the oath.
Okay.
That sounds like an acceptance letter to a Bardic college to me.
To get into the frat.
I worried that if I say the words I think I need to say, that I'm gonna randomly disappear and everyone's gonna go, what?
Well, you're already down one party member. What else can happen?
I assuringly rub Artlocks on the back to do this.
You didn't hear what it said. It was only in Artlox's head.
True, but I rub him on the back, going,
So,
there's knowing there's something wrong.
He's sitting there pondering, and you're just rubbing his shoulders.
We are close friends,
I want Snow. Can you go get everyone? I want everyone to be in here when this happens, because I think I've got to go and get them physically.
Come on!
Don't be lazy.
Well, I'll take care of Kavara.
Here.
Just
So I quickly run down the hall, and then I look down, and I go, "Hey, get over here."
Vara's got her fancy candelabra.
So much more light in the room again. I wonder why.
Well, you got a glowing pendant and a lit candelabra held by a dragon.
People have just said, "Wait, could it be 555?"
551.
I hate the fact that that's now a thing with this group.
You know what? Real quick, I grab 5 copper, 5 silver, 5 gold, and I lay it across like stack.
And 1 Illyrium.
One
551.
Nothing happens.
Damn.
I'm
Grab the
gonna
gold and put it back in the
say,
pouch.
I'm gonna say the words. Oh, this is. I'm gonna. I just opened that picture on full screen, Bob.
For this
And it just came
bullshit.
up on my screen. I'm
Uh,
gonna say I pledge myself to defend thee.
All right. So you are kneeling down in front of the statue. You've got this warm kind of essence flooding your body, and it surges, and you feel it feels good, but then it starts to become too much, and it starts to become uncomfortable. And then you just hear a grinding noise, and the wall behind the statue moves off to the side.
I dare say you must have been raped.
And just let me take care of the line of sight blocker.
What would have been
Shouldn't-
weirder if I just evaporated and ended up in the other room and everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
By the way, somebody needs to text or tweet Roll20. Because their cameras are fucked the last 2 weeks.
I know. Like
I
only
tweeted them last
It's
week.
it's like we're all instanced in different rooms because I just refreshed to get Snow. Now I see Snow and Midge, but I don't see anyone else.
All right, can everyone refresh then?
No, I've got everyone, so I'm not gonna risk it.
Hang on, I gotta fuck with this line of sight thing again. It is so hard to get these little line of sight blockers. I have to move it like a foot out of the way before I can grab them.
I think I'm good.
You
okay,
okay,
bud?
buddy?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
All right, there you go.
Is
Hey,
is
the
there
music
now a
back.
way in for me?
Yeah, the wall slid aside.
Okay, I'm gonna go through.
I will follow
Slid
afterwards.
aside. Okay, you are walking down.
Oh,
This
I
is a much
everybody now.
narrower corridor than the other ones. You can only fit single file down.
What is that in front of me?
This feels nice and claustrophobic again.
It seems to be a pit of some sort.
Jump in it.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down and peer down the pit.
Okay. You don't need to roll perception or anything like that for this. You look down the pit. It goes straight down about 18 feet, 15, 20 feet. It's the best that you can establish. But there's nothing down there. It's about 5 feet across.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh my god, this is gonna be the 3 fucking trials now. Okay, I'm gonna use my acrobatic skill to get over to the other side. Pretty much.
Okay. Roll acrobatic.
Because I am not athletic in other way. Anyway.
You said it's only like 5 feet.
It's about
right?
it's about 5 feet distance. You can't get over there like super easily. You'll have to take kind of a running jump.
Yeah, which is what I'm gonna try and do. Yep.
All
And
right,
just to finesse a little bit, I'll put a front flip in there.
All right, so you just take a couple steps back, a quick jaunt forward. You do a front flip over it, and you land on your feet on the other side. Do a quick 180 and go,
Yeah. Ta-da!
and you are on the other side of the pit.
I know Ben just did something, but I don't know what he did. Damn it.
He did a fancy landing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, having a bit more room to work with, I'll take a bit more of a running jump than he did.
You can do athletics or acrobatics to try to jump.
Acrobatics.
Okay, whatever you're better at. Okay, you make it as well. You much less flourish, but you take a running jump and you just leap across the pit.
Just gotta be like a cat. That's all.
All right.
Oh my Jesus! I guessed it. We're in another tomb. Okay, can I take a look around this room?
Yes. Roll perception.
I'm kind of combining this with the history check I did earlier on the room. To
Well, because there's not really a. I'll give you advantage on this because there's no time. You can tend to. You can. There's nothing pressing. There's a dragon beaten down. Well, she's not beaten down the door anymore, but there's nothing pressing keeping. So I'll give you advantage on that roll. There is a rough-hewn stone slab in the room. Sitting on top of it is a badly corroded suit of armor, and inside the suit of armor there is nothing but desiccate. Not even bone. It's just dust. Interestingly enough,
right back. I will be right back. Not like it matters too much. But...
interestingly enough, though, the shield is pristine.
Didn't all those people back there wear the same suit of armor?
Yes.
Well, Arlux, you did swear yourself.
I did say defend, and the shield is a form of defense.
I was thinking the whole armor.
Well,
You're muted,
the
Bob.
armor's badly corroded. You think if you try to pick it up, it would fall apart.
Is there?
I just take 10 to get across this pit.
Sorry?
Can I just take 10 to get across this pit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there anything on the shield?
It's ornate. It is. It's very large. It's kind of like a large kite shield.
Okay.
Square
Yeah.
across the top, straight down, curves on the bottom a little bit. It is expert craftsmanship. You can tell.
Any heraldry on it at all?
There's a large steel kind of, buckle in the middle, a large steel roundel in the middle, surrounded by ornate, like heraldry. This is the same wording on the dais of the statue, curls around the center, and along the edges is just a large white dragon down one side.
Okay. Hey, Kavara's not in here. She probably can't get in here.
It's very beautiful, though. It's very.
Is there any?
try to get across?
No, it's okay. We'll probably be done in here in a second. Is there any inscription on the slab?
No, there is not.
I'm gonna kneel again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask.
You're kneeling next to the stone slab,
Yeah.
so you're like eye level with the suit.
I'm gonna bow my head as well.
You're bowing your head.
What is your will? I'm gonna ask what is your will.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Just take the shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the shield.
All right, Midge, you pick up the shield, and I'm going to need everybody to roll dexterity right now.
Oh, fuck.
Well, the three of you: Bob, Snow, and Artlox.
Yay!